recently we had a situation to where another mass shooting occurred, and this was in a space or a place that was supposed to be a celebratory event to celebrate the city's NFL team who recently won the Super Bowl, but unfortunately things turned tragic and took an unexpected turn with 21 adult and children getting injured. I believe around give or take 15 seriously life-threatening injuries and one person losing their life. The reason I wanted to touch on this is because given my platform, I feel like we have a voice to, you know, advise and give our thoughts and opinions about, current events. And unfortunately, mass shootings have become too much of a trend. They're happening too often, and it's just very sad, confusing, unfortunate, and just like there should be no place for it. But unfortunately, the way the world and society is set up, it's become a common occurrence. It's crazy because I believe on the same day, during a meeting with a colleague, we were just simply just having a conversation, concluding the meeting where we were just speaking about not really being fans of going to events with large crowds or packed venues and things of that nature. Not to say that we wouldn't ever be a part of things like that, but we literally were speaking about you just having to be vigilant and concerned about what could possibly happen where you shouldn't be, but because of how this has become so much of a month by month, every other month, every quarter, some type of mass shooting or tragedy occurs. So it has us pretty much conditioned to start thinking that in that way. So it's not to say that we're moving out here like with a scary, um, you know, in a scary space, but it's like you got to be mindful of what's happening out here. And it's like there's a lot of good and pure hearts in the world, but unfortunately, there's a lot of evil people. And this is not including the individuals that deal with mental illness or have mental crisis, but there's really pure evil in people that want to see the world figuratively set on fire. And it's sad to acknowledge, but it is a thing. I just hope and pray for, peace and prosperity and just, hoping and wishing that we all can, come together peacefully and not have to go through these tragic events where literally people's lives are changed forever. Um, Again, I just wanted to take a moment and give my thoughts about what occurred because, again, like anytime these situations come about or I see something on social media or the news, it's like one thing I can do is be heartbroken and shake my head and just be wondering why. Why does this always happen? You know? At the end of the day, I just, hope that, something can be figured out when it comes to these mass shootings, whatever that may be. That's too high above my pay grade. So I don't have the answer, but you know, we all just need to love on each other, wish the best for each other and have each other's backs. Unfortunately, we have to move with caution, be vigilant, and you know, look out for each other. Um, I want to send a special and a um, I want to send a special I want to send my thoughts, prayers to everyone that's affected by this tragedy and especially to Lisa Lopez Galvin's family, friends, and loved ones. My condolences, my prayers, and my thoughts. I hope all of you can come together and attempt to provide each other some sense of comfort within this tragic situation. Because again, this is sad. This is not something that I wanted to start the show off with, but I'm human. You know, when it comes to human decency, that really should be practiced, globally. And just at some point in time, we just need to do better as a society. Um, so I'll be right back with you to get into my episode, and then I'll just take it from there. But again, love, peace, prayers, thoughts, condolences, and I'm just praying for just a better world. Welcome to another edition of Objective Bias featuring yours truly, Ace Alpha. And I wanted to start the show off with congratulating the Kansas City Chiefs with their most recent Super Bowl victory. Now, I respect greatness. I really do. So I got to give my props out to them. I'm actually a New England Patriots fan, but this is not the time nor place to speak about me being a fan of them. But with that, they are the new era New England Patriots. They are officially a dynasty. And it's crazy because I saw this coming when my squad was, in battles with them over time, when Tom Brady was still at the helm. And I knew this team was coming, especially Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is just amazing and great. And I got to give respect where respect is due. Now, they will be the new villains in town. Well, not in town, well, in the league. So I'm glad that the focus is taking off my team just for a moment. We'll be back. Don't get it fucked up and confused. My Patriots gonna get it right at some point. But hey, man, you got to give all props to those Kansas City Chiefs. They are the standard in the NFL. They are, what teams are, striving to be as far as knocking them off that cliff. But salute, you know what I mean. But that wasn't really where this was going to go as far as just me just congratulating them, because this correlates to a bigger issue. And the issue is many political figures of the Caucasian descent, white people, so to speak, had an issue with the Black national anthem being sung at the Super Bowl. And that national anthem, Black national anthem, as it's labeled, is Lift Every Voice. Now, here goes my issue, right? Why is it that every time something positive is put into the atmosphere or something that Black people do that is supposed to be something that brings people together, you have the select few, well, it's not even a few, it's quite a bit of them that has an issue with it. Now, I'm not going to get into the specifics of who exactly, because I don't really care to talk about politics at all or mention anyone that has any political affiliation, because that's not my lane. But here goes some things that some of these white political individuals were doing or had to say. So a few of them, which of course, they're followed by a mass majority of, their followers or whatever the case may be, chose to sit during the Black national anthem. Now, that is your decision, but it's quite ironic how when the tables were turned, when a lot of people were not even sitting, just taking a knee to the, I guess, the well-known national anthem, y'all had to issue it. But yet you're sitting. I think I think that is the typical definition of hypocrisy. But I digress. Now, here goes some things that were actually said in regards to lift every voice and sing being sung at the Super Bowl. And I'm reading this verbatim. America only has one national anthem. Why is the NFL trying to divide us by playing multiple? New football, not wokeness. That's interesting. Now, why do so? Okay, to refute or have a rebuttal versus that, right? A national anthem is a national anthem, correct? So it's not woke if the black nation, I mean the normal national anthem is sung, but it's wokeness because of the black national anthem. Again, hypocrisy. You feel what I mean? Like in multiple sporting arenas or events, whenever there are more than one cultural individuals or teams that are involved, like let's say boxing, right? Say there's a Mexican fighter, Canadian fighter, or whatever the case may be. Their national anthems are always sung at that event. What's the problem? It's America, right? We're supposed to be inclusive, right? Okay, I'm just asking a rhetorical question. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be inclusive, right? Okay. Another quote was the Black national anthem does not belong at the Super Bowl. We already have one that includes everyone. Now, I will bring up this person's name because they're a fellow podcaster, Megan Kelly, who has a large following, I heard, white woman. And along with her, with other political individuals, they feel like the Black national anthem was manufactured by the NFL to push segregation. You can't make this up. You really can't. So again, my question is why do, and again, before I even get into my spill of my thoughts and opinions about this, not all white people are like this. Like, and that's real, you know, but there's quite a few that feel the way they do. So the idea of America is land of second chances, home of the free, um, the American dream, you know, for other people from other countries to come over here to be a part of the American dream, equality, inclusion, all of the above. But yet, whenever Black people attempt to put positivity in the atmosphere, here comes those white people. Oh, y'all trying to segregate and divide us. No, just like you're proud of this country and the so-called inclusion that you claim represents this country, we're trying to be a part of that as well. You know, you feel me? Like, I just don't understand why, and I think it's like a karma type of thing because we all know the history of slavery and how white people did black people and things of that nature. And I'm not about to dig into all that, but I think it's like this karma that they feel like they're going to get, thinking that we're here to take over. And that's what it gives. It's like, why are y'all so fixated on any time we want to be a part of something as big as the Super Bowl? Y'all want to throw out these political ideas or thoughts, or let's also say propaganda, whatever you want to call it, that we're trying to be divisive. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to divide everybody. Like, why can't, if it's an inclusive country, as y'all claim to be, or claim it to be, I'm sorry, why can't all national anthems be sung? It's not only white people that are in the game. There's all there's all type of nationalities. A large percentage of it is black, African American. So why can't we be included? Why does it have to be an issue? You don't see us at every turn having an issue with the hypocrisy that y'all spew about what the country is supposed to represent. And the ones that do take issue with it is because of things like this. Like, the only thing that we want is a even playing field. And it's not even that deep. Like, we ain't even concerned with taking over anything. We want to be included like the mission is supposed to be for the country. But yet, at every single turn, y'all are trying to make something political. Y'all are trying to, separate shit. But yet you project and say that the NFL is trying to manufacture and push this to promote segregation. Why? The fact that the ones that think that are putting that out there, that's what you want. That's what you're about. So chill with the hypocrisy, man. Like we low key get tired of that shit. Like every single fucking time it's some shit that our people, black people, want to celebrate or be proud of. You have these racist minded individuals that want to try to twist shit around and act like, shit's trying to be segregated or trying to be pulled apart. No, we're trying to come together. That's the point of it. And I don't really get upset about it because I can't continue to get upset about something that continuously happens and is always around us. It's like I kind of feel sorry for people that feel that way because to me, you're fucking ignorant. You're fucking stupid. If you really believe the shit that you're putting out there when it comes to shit like this, you're dumb as fucking. I feel sorry for you. I actually be laughing at you internally, if I'm gonna be honest. Like the shit, like you know what I mean, like the shit that y'all be saying, I be thinking like, where y'all dropped on heads as kids, like where the fuck is this coming from? What do you mean? Do y'all really want to get into why we created that song and why the original national anthem was edited, revised? Do you really want to have that conversation? I don't think you do. Like, stop acting like you want us to come together. You want the country to heal from the egregious acts that built the country without acknowledging what the fuck actually happened. Like, we don't have to think about it at each and every turn, but it's the reality. Shit happens. Like, I don't know if it's a guilty conscience or, like I said, I believe it's the karma that you feel like you may receive eventually, which we ain't even on at all. You feel me? Like, we not even on that shit, but yeah, allow them to try to bring some negativity and some division within an event that's supposed to bring everybody together. Like, why does it eat y'all so much that you feel that you have to say something? Like, what the fuck is that? What's that about? I literally, like I said, I laughed on the inside. That last part I read to you, the political parties, including Megyn Kelly, podcaster, felt that the NFL manufactured this to push segregation. Why the fuck y'all even doing a fucking game? Y'all thinking about segregation. It's a guilty conscience. A hit dog will holler, and there was nothing to holler about. Like y'all created this narrative for no fucking reason. Ain't nobody was thinking about that while the game was about to come on. Going through the various national anthems and the introduction to the Super Bowl. Ain't nobody thinking about that shit. What the fuck wrong with y'all? Y'all gotta chill out, my God. Like, Yeah, this shit getting kind of annoying now. It's getting kind of just stupid, just uncalled for, just all of the above. But I mean, at the end of the day, I be feeling sorry for the ones that feel that way because again, I feel like y'all are ignorant, low key retarded, um, just not just not all the way there intellectual, you know. And that stems from in some true hatred of other races, especially ours. True disdain for people that don't look like. I want you to ask yourself, why does that bother you so much? Like for real, and make it make sense. Because at the end of the day, that's what it doesn't make any goddamn sense if you really think about it. And I'm pro black like a motherfucker. You feel me? But I'm pro everyone as well. But I ain't pro the goddamn racism, the evilness that comes with it. Like I'm against all that shit. That shit, that negative shit. I don't fuck with y'all at all. You feel me? I hope you get some help. I hope you got maybe y'all need some therapy or some shit because it don't really be making sense. But you know, I don't even want to get in my black bag, so to speak. You feel me? I just wanted to, touch on that very briefly. And tell me what y'all think in the comments. I know it's gonna be some ignorance. Somebody gonna say some off the wall shit. That's cool. It's not gonna bother me. I promise you. It's not. But that's all I got on that topic. And the next topic and final topic I wanted to touch on was recently Bow Wow did an interview to where he was explaining his excess lean addiction, so to speak. Well, he claimed he wasn't addicted, so I'm not going to say that. But his participation in, sipping on lean, codeine, the popular street drug that was going crazy way back when. I mean, it's still a thing, low key, but he was pretty much saying that, around 18, 19, he was always drinking that shit to the point he passed out after a show, not passed out, collapsed. I mean, passed out, collapsed, all the same shit, and had to go to the hospital. And then he took a flight home or came home to Atlanta, he had to go to the hospital here, and he was fucked up. He was shaking, going through withdrawals, cold sweats, all of the above. The reason I wanted to speak on that is because I just have a question for my heavy drug users out there. I'm talking about like the real drugs, like crack, heroin, uh, uh, Molly. Hell, some of y'all be on that fentanyl, y'all be knowing it, and just still be wanting to go crazy with it. All of the drugs that can potentially kill you. What is it about these drugs that when you see someone overdose, die, whatever the case may be, in your head, you be like, oh, I want to try this. How is that appealing? In which way? Like, is seeing someone OD or hearing about it, is it exciting? Like, oh shit, that high must be crazy. I want to experience that shit. Like, is that like the thought process or how it kind of registers for the individuals that be on these hard ass drugs? Now, outside of the ones that accidentally get addicted or get hooked or whatever the case may be, I'm talking about the ones that got them like purposely and socially do this shit. Like, what about these drugs be exciting them? I don't understand. Me personally, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me and the people that got kind of got some sense. But when you were in school and you heard about how certain things could be addictive, take over your body to where your body feels like it needs it. That was enough for me. I didn't want to try nothing that goddamn to have a stranglehold on my life like that. Like, to where if I'm off it, my body's going through withdrawals. Like, what the fuck? Y'all tripping out here. I remember this one time, right? A celebrity friend of mine had went over his crib or whatever because he was having a little shindig, and I remember he was like, "Hey, I got XYZ over here, and it was some shit I ain't never tried. I never was on or whatever. And I like, okay, but what's the regular drugs at? And what I mean by that is Mary Jane and alcohol. Like, I'm gonna fuck with the regular drugs. I ain't about to do the hard shit. Y'all like I ain't a motherfucker that can be influenced by a motherfucker that got some celebrity or some money to want to be a part of some shit. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are y'all be on? Like, and I remember one time, even prior to that, I, there was a time before where I went over his crib, and I guess somebody was there to, they wanted to impress him or whatever the case may be, because there's male and female groupies. So the male groupies, they want to get on by any means necessary. And I remember this one guy, he was over there literally leaning, like I don't know what the fuck he was on, like he was goddamn zoned out when I got there. And for me, I'm like, is that fun? Are you enjoying not being able to feel your best, your back? Like you can't even move, bro. Like, how's that cool? How's that fun? How's that enjoyable? Like what the fuck be going on, bro? That's literally like what I was thinking. And for me, going back even to like what Valor was talking about, drinking the lean, like why do y'all want to be sleepy? You know, like and I participate in the medicinal, but you know, I remember one time I had tried some medicinal that made me kind of, it was like a downer or some shit. And I told my guy, like, bro, whenever you get that batch again, I don't want that shit. For real though. Cause like, why do you want to try some shit that makes you just not feel anything that like you don't have no control? Like, where's the cool in that? Again, you see somebody OD, you see someone passing away, whether it's a celebrity or whomever, and does a light bulb just go off like, I want to try that. Like, what the fuck is it? But for real, man, y'all gotta stop playing out here, man. Like, this shit ain't cool, bro. Like, even I saw some shit, I don't know if it was on World Star or whatever on social media, but some motherfucker on the train, I think they were in New York or up top somewhere, Jersey or some shit. And this motherfucker was hitting the pipe right on the train and was getting mad because people was moving away from him. Like, it's contact off the train. You know what I'm saying? But you need to hit that bad to where you doing it in public in front of people. Yeah, I know if I was at a kickback, right, or at a party or wherever, and I see somebody doing a line, got a pipe or some shit, this ain't the place for me. I'm out this motherfucker. Yeah, it may sound corny as fuck, but drugs is cool, bro. Like, cool. Y'all need to chill out, man. Y'all need to chill the fuck out. But I mean, it was interesting that he spoke about it. Bow Wow I'm speaking about because it kind of gives like to. I feel like there needs to be more conversations of people that survived it or got past the addiction or whatever to kind of tell the public, the masses, like, hey man, that shit ain't the move, bro. Like that shit ain't the move, my guy. Like even like with the younger generations, I remember it was some dumbass song like talking about popping so many perks. Like what for what? So you can go to sleep? So you can't feel shit? And I've seen this countless videos of kids or younger men and shit, even sometimes women that are so out of it. You got motherfuckers going through their pockets, robbing them, filming them, laughing at them, making fun of them, and all of that shit. It's like y'all think that shit cool? I've even had friends over time. Again, not saying any names. I've been offered or suggested. It was an implied offer to try acid, mushrooms, all that shit. And also just kind of like, oh yeah, it'll make you feel like blah blah blah. I'm good. Like I've never been moved or interested in trying anything like outside of you already know. You dig what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, I did try lean one time, right? I did try one time, but it was like a little bit. I think at the time, I think I was like in my like mid 20s or something like that. And I think I just wanted to try it to say I tried. But I was very conscious as it was just gonna be this little bit, that little bit, and that's all it was. And it was one of those little turned up nights, motherfuckers were partaking or whatever the case may be. So in conjunction with drinking or whatever, that hangover the next day, my body was hurting. It was like you remember when the Four Locals used to be popular and shit. That hangover that next day, that caffeine mixed with that alcohol. That's how I felt. It felt like a damn train hit. You feel me? Like I was like, man, I'm good on that. Like I tried it, I'm done. But I was never interested in continuing to take it or try it again. Like, it's medicine, right? Is your dumb ass gonna goddamn go take 20 Tylenol tablets? Like chill the fuck. Like y'all be ODing on this mother, like literally and figuratively. Y'all be like, I don't know what the fuck going on, but y'all need to chill out. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, this is I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this Let's Talk episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Uh outside of the tragic events that I had to speak on at the beginning, I hope you did enjoy the episode. And I'm wishing nothing but blessings, peace, prosperity, and all of the above for everyone out there, for your friends, your families, your loved ones, and all of the above. And with that being said, everybody can talk, but not everyone can podcast. I'm out there.